Good morning, dear students. My name is Saidfozil Akmalxonov, and today we are going to talk about the intonation and its features, beneficial features, and when we have to use them. So the first is we have to know what the intonation is. So intonation is a complex linguistic concept, and it's the melody of language. Of course, which is high and low quality sound, and we use communicate our intention, emotion, and intonation is used in spoken language to replace the punctuation. Obviously, we can see that the intonation includes the tone, stress, pauses, rate of speech, timbre of speech, rhythm, and rhyme. So, uh, what we need in intonation? Intonation can indicate our anger, surprise, hesitation, confusion, sarcasm, interest, or lack emotion. And it's very important to learn how to use them. It can make our spoken English more dynamic and more listener. In English, we have four kinds of intonation patterns. So as we can see, it's the falling, rising, non-final, and wavering. Wavering. What's the falling intonation? It's the first pattern, and let's talk about it. Falling intonation is when we lower our voice at the end of the sentence. Take the first example. My name is Saidfozil, and we can see that at the beginning our voice in a higher position, and when I ended my sentence, we can hear the decreasing of our voice. Or the next example is nice to meet you, the same position. Yeah. So we can hear the following statement form where we can see the words like when, what, why, how. I mean the which questions like what's your name? Here our voice is falling down. The next one is rising intonation. Rising intonation is when we rise the pitch of our voice at the end of the sentence. Uh, and as always, we can use the rising intonation when we use the question, I mean the yes no question. Are you American? Or does she know about this? And sometimes rising intonation is also used in expressions like excuse me or really. Um, and next one is final, non-final intonations. And this is the more complex one because the pitch rise and falls within the sentence is used with introductory series of words following some of examples like as far as I'm concerned she was not suitable for that position. So here the introductory phrases is type of non-final intonation, or when I finished high school I got the job. It's not the unfinished thought, and we can use here the non-final intonation too. What about the series of words? Uh, you like in several sports like football, volleyball. And here's how it would be sound in English. with no final intonation. So here we can see the intonation put into the type of word term. So the last one is wavering intonation. What is it? The wavering intonation adjective within a word or showing that verse pointed angle in. So this is the D, the D. So we can hear the four version of the same sentence, but without with uh, different intonation too. And of course, there are three types of speech intonation, depending on the object of our speaker statement. It's the narrative, interrogative, and explanation point. So it was the intonation and its definition. Thank you for your attention uh, and we can see the example for them, like I want to buy a new car. Here, our intonation may transfer to words like I want, buy, new, and car, and our mean of our statement can diverse among this type of sentence. So I hope the topic was interesting for you, and we will see the next lesson the other types of intonation. So thank you for your attention.